Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. Today is Wednesday, October 1st. Happy October 2025. And we are live trading the Nasdaq, NQ, and micro NQ futures on the 800 tick chart. We are about 11 minutes before market open. And I'm just getting set up here, making sure everything looks good for you guys. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the price action overnight. We went all the way up to about 900, almost 914 up here, and then we've since pulled back all the way down to, and I have it marked, 633, and then I believe the London session started bringing this thing up. So we're currently consolidating below 800. 800 yesterday, and looks like today so far is a strong level of resistance. Let me mark where we are currently. Our golden ruler would have been up here, and then it would have gone all the way to the top. Yep. Okay. Okay, so we have a few trend lines here that we need to draw. Bigger trend lines. We have this one as well that's being respected. You can see here, bounce, almost bounce. So this is probably a legit trend line. And then we have the bearish trend lines that are kind of, we'll probably do this one. This one also got, okay, let's adjust it here. All right, so we have this bearish trend line here. So we're in the middle of this wedge. See where we are as far as immediate trend or immediate trade. So we haven't triggered, we did trigger bearish with this candle here. But did we trigger bullish? I believe we triggered bullish with this candle here. Did that hit targets? Yes, it did. Okay. All right, so this candle is done. Okay. So we're currently in this bearish trade right now. Okay. I typically don't like taking trades 15 minutes before market opens. Let's see if there's any news today. We do have news at 9:45. Final manufacturing PMI. That could be something. It is yellow, which means low volatility. But at 10 o'clock, we do have a red folder and an orange folder. ISM manufacturing PMI and prices. So that could present a lot of volatility at 10 o'clock Eastern. So we're going to be very careful around those times. Okay, this trade's almost hit target here. We wouldn't have taken it anyway. Let's see if this bigger upward trend line will hold here. We have about 4 minutes till market opens. I'm going to mark some of the major levels here. So we have one of two paths. We're kind of in the middle. We can go down, retest the low, overnight low, or we can go up and close the gap, which would also retest the overnight high. Anything is possible. Excuse me. The runner is running. Could also come down and retest VWAP down here. Looks like that's what sellers want to do. All right, this line is no longer valid. Let me refresh my historical data. Okay, it looks almost the same, if not the same. All right, market open in about a little over a minute. We're still in this bearish trade. I do need to draw some new... Here we go. We got that Micro trend line right there. Runner does move down. Okay. Okay, here's the market open. This is the trigger going north, but not taking it because of the EMA. And then this was the trigger going south, but not taking it because of the 752. I'm just going to let this play out. We did make a new low, so the golden ruler does move down. The question is it moved down? Yep, right there. Okay. A lot of indecision right now. This was the move higher actually happened all the way down here. That's where the initial trigger was. Let's keep track of the runner on this one. Golden ruler moves down. This would have been a nice runner, but no way for us to have caught that anyway. Let's delete this line. All right, I think, yep, there's our runner's been taken out. We did get a bearish signal bouncing off the standard deviation, but we have 800 in the way. Golden ruler moves all the way up here. This trade is almost done. It missed it by a tick. Now we're getting a bullish trigger inside the bearish one. Can't take this one either. All right. Bullish trade worked. And the runner is running. Okay, the runner is out. This would be a bearish trigger. This would be a bullish trigger right here. We're going to take this one. Let's see if we can. All right, here we go. Almost there. All right, we got a runner now. Good first trade. Runner is out. Golden ruler moves up. So because this is where the micro trend line was, this is where the bearish trigger was. Here, we couldn't have taken it anyway. It did hit. It did hit its target. Runner is at break even. Runner moves down. We're testing the golden ruler. Our runner is out. This is where the trigger would be, but actually this is where the trigger would be. I'm sorry. It already hit target. It's because it was a bounce off the standard deviation, but we wouldn't have taken it anyway. Now I gotta draw. Okay, let me adjust some things here. This is the next trigger higher, but we were below that trend line. This trend line right here. So it's a pass for me. It did end up working though. And our golden ruler moves up. So does our runner. And then this was our bearish trigger up here. But again, we wouldn't have taken it. Did work. This is technically a bullish trigger right here. See if we can get it. There's a lot going on. All right, we got it. My runner's out. And golden ruler moves up. Downward trend line here. And let me draw my upward trend line. This is a bearish trigger, but golden ruler is right there. Excuse me. This is also a bullish trigger here, but we were in the middle of the bearish trade. And there's a trend line up there, so we're going to pass on this one as well. You get the runner out of the way here. Now the bullish trigger has been stopped out. The bearish trigger has triggered. Still can't take it. Based on our rules. Golden ruler moves up to here. This was a bullish trigger down here. Bounce off but we were in the middle of the bearish trade. So there's a lot of chop right now. Just best to just better to just be patient here. So. This is a bullish trigger, but we're still in the bearish trade. We have golden ruler up here. We have this downward trend line. Just go ahead and delete this line and draw this one instead. Okay, so the bullish trade didn't work as we have predicted. We're still in this bearish trade. Just hit target. Let's keep track of the runner now. Golden ruler moves slightly down by like a tick. You have a new micro trend line. This was a bullish trigger here, but we got the EMAs and the trend lines in the way. And obviously the runner's been taken out at this point, so so we can draw this upward trend line here. Okay, bullish trade is over. This would be a bearish trigger, but we have 800 in the way, and it's also the candle that took out the bullish trade. So for those two reasons, I'm going to pass on this one as well if it triggers. It did not. Our golden ruler actually moves down. Okay, we're in a very tight wedge now. We broke out of it. Might come down and retest 800. We'll see. This actually moves the golden ruler once more. This is going to be a bullish signal if we can close above, which we didn't. This might be our bullish signal here. Do we have enough room though? At this point, no. We do not. Because we have this downward trend line. If the candle was a little bit smaller, this would have worked. Just give it a regular. Golden ruler moves down. This is also a bearish trigger because of the trend line. So we got two trades going on simultaneously. Okay, bearish trigger is out. We're still in the bullish trade. We're definitely rejecting off this downward trend line here. This is a bearish trigger, but we're still very much in the midst of this bullish trigger here, so I think the bullish trigger just is about to get stopped out. Yep. That's why we didn't take it. This trend line was holding. Now we wait for the bearish trigger, or sorry, the bearish trade to be over. Okay, bearish trade is over. And the runner just got taken out. We retested the golden ruler. Barely retested 800. If this trigger is higher, it's a trigger, but we have standard deviation above our heads. And same thing with this trigger going lower. We have golden ruler and 800, so, and a trend line. So we're just going to wait. Okay, so this did trigger lower, but again, not a very good setup. Golden ruler moves up to here. All right, the bearish trade worked. Golden ruler moves down. We also now have a bullish trigger because we're bouncing off 800, but we're still in the middle of the bearish trade. The runner has not been taken out. Okay, runner keeps going. We just have a lot of... Okay, a runner's been taken out. This was a bullish trigger here. Don't think it's going to work though. We have the EMA in the way, but I could be wrong. Could have a lot of buyers step in at 800 and defend it. This is also a bearish trigger going south. And it hit target. Bullish trade did not work. Wow. Guess the bulls really gave up there. Okay, we're back at VWAP. This is a bullish trigger, but I don't know if I want to take it because we were technically still in the bearish trade. So that's a stop. And this was a bearish, but we couldn't have taken it anyway. Move golden ruler down. Let's move the runner down. A lot's going on right now, but at least price is moving, so that's good. Okay, golden ruler moves down again. We still haven't taken out the runner. Now we have. Okay. Now we have this. Okay. I believe this would have been the trigger here, but we have golden ruler right there. Or we did. So we can't take this. Golden ruler moves to the bottom here. If you're questioning yourself and you're like, is this gonna work or not, and there's not really a lot of confidence behind it, I would just skip the trade. Who cares if you miss it and it works? Okay, the runner's been taken out here. If we get a nice bullish candle above VWAP, we can take this to the upside. Okay, we might be getting a bearish signal here. All right, I can't take it now because we didn't close below 750. I will mark it. Didn't work. Okay. Now, this was the bullish trigger here, but we had the trend line and we have VWAP. Excuse me. Okay, this trade is done. Now we have this bearish trade, but we couldn't have taken it. Actually, technically speaking, this isn't the correct trend line. Our golden ruler would be down here because we had a legit pullback, brand new high. So if that's the case, technically this is where the bearish trigger happened and it stopped out. Then you get the next bearish trigger here. Stopped out. Bullish trigger was down here. And now our runner is right here. Okay. All right. At least we're breaking out. Our runner just got taken out right there. This is our next potential bullish candle here. Didn't close them. Yeah. It's going to be the next one. All right, this is the bullish. This is going to be our bullish candle, but it doesn't look that good, so I don't know if I want to take it. All right, it did trigger higher. Technically stopped out before it triggered though. We have 5 minutes before, this is my 5 minutes before 10 o'clock news, and 10 o'clock is going to be red folders. So we're just going to be patient. We do move golden ruler up. Which means this was a bearish trigger even though we wouldn't take it. Stop loss on the bearish trade. New upward trend line. Let me get the runner out of the way here. And then we have a new downward trend line. Okay, this triggered lower, but we can't take it because of the EMA. And then this would be the trade that stopped us out, so I don't recommend we take this one either, even though it looks so nice. All right, it hit target. Let's keep track of the runner. We're back at 800. Really interesting, we were right at 800 right when the news is going to come out in a few minutes. So okay, we're running into standard deviation and these trend lines up there. Technically this was a bearish trigger because we rejected standard deviation. Let me keep track of the runner now. We do have a new downward trend line. We have 3 minutes till market news. We still technically are in the bearish trade, so I cannot take this bullish trade. It didn't trigger anyway. Okay, the runner is still running. All right, we move the runner to this. Just delete this. Okay, runner still running. Okay, news in about 1 minute. Runner is out. This is actually a trigger lower. We do have news, so I'm not gonna... It did hit target though. Our golden ruler moves to here. Okay, this is the crazy 10 o'clock candle we were talking about. Golden ruler actually moves down again. And at this point, I'm trying to figure out what trade we are in. I don't think we're in any trade at the moment. This will be a trigger up, but we have a golden ruler right there. Golden ruler moves down. Okay, so here is the runner has been out. 800 got tested and failed. That was the bearish trigger. Golden ruler moves up to here. And the bearish move is over as well. You're actually now in this bullish move, but 800 is right above our heads. Okay, we broke through 800. We're probably going to hit this target now, theoretically. Or not. We'll see. This changes where our golden ruler is. We move it slightly up as well to here. This changes our trend line. This is a bearish trigger in the middle of this bullish trade. And it is very much a mess right now. Okay, the bearish trade is out. Bullish trade is still in. Okay, we just hit target. Let's keep track of the runner. This is a bearish trigger, but we had the runner right there, so I'm not going to take it. This is also a bullish trigger right here, but it was the trade that stopped out this trade, so I'm going to pass. We got to draw a new upward trend line here. Let's see, it's gonna be this one. Delete this line. We're having a hard time at this level. I think it's because we're at this prior high here. Okay, this triggered bearish, but we're still in the middle of the bullish trade. The bullish trade did actually, this is the trigger here, but did the bullish trade stop out? Yes, it did. Okay, so we're in this bearish trade. Still can't take it. Still cannot take it. All right, we're almost there. There's the target. Runners at break even. This is going to be a bullish trigger here if it did, but never mind. It did not trigger up. We still have the runner here now. We could be bouncing off this trend line I have drawn here. Runner got taken out. This is a bullish trigger, but we have a trend line in the way. And the runner was still there, so just gonna sit on our hands. This is now a bearish trigger, but we're in the middle of a bullish trade. So again, sitting on our hands. And 800 is also in the way at the bottom. Okay. We're still in the bearish trade. That just hit targets. The runner is out, and this is technically a bullish trigger because it's a bounce off of 800. Still can't take it though. And this bearish trade we can't take. It's a trade that stopped us out. So this is a nice bearish signal though, but we're going to pass on this one as well. Golden ruler is also in the way. This is now another bullish signal here. But you guys have, I sound like a broken record today. You guys know that this is not a trade we're going to take, but we'll track. Okay, we're finally breaking through this downward trend line here. I will mark the high up there. Okay, it did hit target. Keep track of the runner. This is a trigger lower, but we can't take it. And this is also a trigger higher here, but we also can't take it. Okay, the bears trade is stopped out. The bulls trade is still running. I believe we are going to move our golden ruler now. Yes, to here. We have this trend line. And we have this trend line, which means this was a bearish signal in the middle of the bullish trade. Very messy price action right now. So bearish trade is done. Bullish trade hit target. Golden ruler moves again once more. And our runner is at break even. Okay, a runner moves up. Runner's being tested here. Okay, runner is out. This is going to be a bullish trigger here that we can take. This candle. Okay, we're in. Our golden ruler does move up. Okay, we almost hit target. Come on, you got this. So close. Our golden ruler does move up. I'm not liking this price action right now because we almost hit the target and now it's pulling back. But we're going to stay the course. Okay. There we go. Keep going. Okay, come on up. There we go. We have a runner now. Okay, my runner's out. Good trade. Good trade. Our golden ruler actually moved to here now. This is going to be another signal to go up. I don't know if we have room though. Let me see. We do. Okay, we have room. No, we don't. All right, we don't have room. Runner, golden ruler moves up to here. Excuse me. I was so close to tanking this one, but rules are rules. All right, let's keep track of the runner. It's all the way up here now. See if we have anything else above our heads. Not for a while. Okay, the runner's out now. Okay, this is going to be our signal north here, this candle. If it triggers. Didn't. Okay. So this is going to be the candle. I think we missed it. Yep. It happened way too fast. I think the runner is out. The bearish, this is the bearish signal here. It already hit target. And the runner is out. This will be a bullish signal here, but we have the standard deviation in the way. It did end up hitting target. And we got a bearish signal here. Runners at break even. Okay, this gets adjusted. Okay. Okay, runner's still running. This is a bullish trigger here, but we're still in the middle of the bearish trade. And we have that trend line above our heads. The runner still hasn't been taken out. Okay. Move the runner slightly down here. Okay, the runner is out. We're still in this bullish trade. We broke through the trend line. And now we hit target. Question is, do we break this high here? Okay, runner still running. If we make a new high, we can move our golden ruler. There it is. We move our golden ruler. Oops. I think our upward trend line would have looked like this. So technically speaking, this is a bearish trade, but we have the EMA below us and we were still in the bullish trade. So we just got to sit on our hands. Sit on our hands. Okay, this triggered higher, but you're in the middle of the bearish trade, and you have standard deviation in the way. So, again, we're sitting on our hands, guys. That's the theme for today. Bearish trade is over. We made a new high, so our golden ruler moves up. Yes, thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, the 1600 closes all the way up here, which if you guys remember I mentioned that at the beginning of our broadcast. I said we're either going to go up, either we're going to retest the overnight low or overnight high, and then on the way potentially test and fill up the gap up here at 898. So I believe that's what the bulls are trying to go for. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, our runner moves up. Runner is out, which means this is a potential. We can take this higher if it triggers higher. Hold on, do we have enough room before the gap closed though? It's right there. All right, let's go ahead and try to fill the gap now. Okay, added here. And I think we're gonna get stopped out. Yep. All right, my first stop loss on the day. Okay, this is a bearish trigger here. We can't take it. All right, this bearish trade is out. This bullish trade triggered higher, but can't take it. Yeah, the price action today has been a little tricky. We made a new high, so our golden ruler moves up. All right, there's a stop loss. This is a bearish trigger up here. And this is also a bullish trigger down here. So, again, these dual triggers do not make it for a very good trading experience. Although, hold on, let me refresh that. The bearish trigger technically hit its target, so bullish trigger, we wouldn't have been able to take it anyway because of this downward trend line and the standard deviation. It did stop out. We do have another bearish trigger here. Couldn't have taken that anyway. So, gonna mark this all the way up here. Now we're making our way down potentially. This is going to be potentially a bullish trigger in the middle of his bearish. Yep, this one's a bullish trigger here. There's a stop on that one. We wouldn't have taken it anyway. Now we have a lower high. This is another bullish trigger here. Hope you guys are now seeing why we're following the rules, why we didn't take this one. Stop out here. We didn't take this one. Stop out here. We didn't take this one either. So it's these rules help prevent getting in trades that are very, very choppy, right? So this one did work. We are above the golden ruler, so the golden ruler moves below us. Runner moves up. Now we're trying to test the overnight. There it is. Or not the overnight, I'm sorry. The 1600 close. So we just filled the gap. And now we're at 900. It'll be really interesting to see what price will do around that level. All right, this is the rejection from 900. If this triggers lower, it's a trigger, but it did take out this. If we close like this is going to be a bullish trigger to the upside here. And if we can stay above 900, okay, we are in. Okay, there it is. There's our first target. Have a runner now. I haven't had a really decent runner all day today. I'm hoping we can get one here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, my runner's taken out, but I believe the market runner is still running. Okay, the runner's now officially out. Okay. So our golden ruler moved up. And let's delete some things here. Okay. If we get a nice bearish candle that closes below the golden rule, this will be our signal to go bearish. But I need this candle. Excuse me. I need this candle to be a lot bigger. Instead, we're getting a bullish signal here. Do we have room? It never triggered. Okay. All right. I need this thing to go further down. Otherwise, I can't take it. All right. I can't take this candle higher either. Yeah, it's definitely a battle. Our golden ruler technically moved up to here. I wasn't paying attention. And then we made a new high. And technically our golden ruler was below us. So our bearish trigger could have happened sooner. It was this candle. It hit target. It bounced up. So now technically speaking, this was the next bearish trigger, but we couldn't have taken it because of 900. It did just hit target. Our golden ruler also moves down again. Oops. Just delete this. Let's keep track of the runner. It's funny, if I would have actually kept my old lines, I would have been able to take this trade lower. Runner is out. And this trade is the trigger to go higher. Just hit target. We are at break even. It triggered lower here, but the runner was still there, so I mean, it's probably going to work. We have now this bigger trend line. All right, so this worked, and the runner is out. This is actually a bearish trigger here. I don't know if I should take it or not because of the trend line. I'm kind of iffy on this one, so I'm probably gonna pass. Our golden ruler is still up here. Okay, so this is a stop out. So like I mentioned earlier, if I'm not sure, I just don't take the trade. Okay, this is a bullish trigger, but it was a trade that stopped us out, and we have all that resistance overhead. 900 specifically. We're probably going to run the stream for 5 more minutes or so. And then we got to get going today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot. Price action was tricky. And I would say the main theme for today is follow your rules. I want to say we took 4 trades, 3 winners and 1 loser. We can't take this one because it's the trade that stopped out this trade. We also have this bigger trend line here. We're going to delete this line and update it with this line. Now we are stuck. We had this line too. but we just broke through it right here. Okay, we did make a new low, so we get to move our golden ruler down. All right, and this is the reason why we didn't take this bearish trade was because it stopped out this bullish trade. We also had the macro lines in the way, so I paused on it. You probably could have managed it a little bit better. You might have been able to get a 50% pullback and 150 profit target down here. It did technically stop out, but only by a couple of, maybe just one tick, so you would have still been in it. So this is technically a new trigger to go lower. It might have been up here. Technically speaking, this might have been the trigger. I might actually close out this trade. I don't think this trade is right. I think the trigger was up here. Which stinks because I just gave up profit unnecessarily by not reading the chart correctly. All right, well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream. Thank you guys so much. This was a tricky session, but I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time. Hope to talk to you then.